massage.
Short, Van Berlo having an influence.
Numbers everywhere.
Didn't need to give that to McLeod. Gives it back. McLeod called for it, and you kind of have to give it if he calls. Marich under some pressure. Stevens under some pressure. McLeod, he's cool, he's confident. And he gives Adelaide the lead for the first time. Marich.
Here they go again.
Good one to make amends.
They've got to score.
Hits the square. Tippett. Good spoil, Maguire. Ball pleasure. Snaps around the body. That's gold. Roll gold against the breeze. Short, Petrenko.
Well, he was in two minds then because he had too many options, which is a great sign for the Crows. They're running into space to provide options for each other.
Dangerfield in the spot and pounces, gathers the crumb and goals.
Cool.
On the list by Aaron Kite, but didn't play a game in it. Bernie Vincent, Kane Johnson and James Begley, recent wearers of the 28 in real AFL games. And here he is, Gunston on cue. Gunston inboard to Stevens, to McLeod, who's hot.
Too quick for power.
McLeod to the pocket, and that is unbelievable. Vintage Andrew McLeod.
Beautifully called, Dwayne. He's had the afterburners on today. The dual premiership player, Norm Smith medalist, and he just, have a look at McLeod here, run off. You can see Luke Power just on the left of screen, just trailing in. He's an amazing athlete. It's dream time this weekend, the Indigenous players, and has there been a better Indigenous player than Andrew McLeod? It'll be a very good debate. He'd have to be in the top three, if not the best. He's a star.
Been an outstanding touch in this first quarter.
Thompson heads wide, 13 points the margin. Marich run down, got a kick with a shin, it's worked. Douglas, he kicks from 45, but can't get much hotter, surely. McGrath needs to motor here, Petrenko did well, cut that off. Cook slides a rolling ball in the Dangerfield direction. Dangerfield and Maguire. Maguire gets there first. Dangerfield tracks him down, put enough pressure on, gathers, handballs it up. Douglas. Well worked, Adelaide. 19 points to margin. Inboard Thompson. He's got the leads coming. Some inside, some outside. Brilliant kick. Gunston never kicked a goal in his AFL career. Floats it long, and it comes back. Dangerfield.
Oh, Raines has lost him in traffic.
Plays on quickly. Was it touched?
Nah.
No, it's not. It's a goal. They lead by 11. Walker gets there first. Jumps on it, shuffles it out. McLeod. From the boundary line. Almost Dangerfield. Back of the pack. Douglas slides it home. Instant reply. They lead by 9. 1 minute to three-quarter time.
They got the overlap.
Petrenko.
McLeod.
Go to Stevens. Got Tippett on McGrath. He can isolate it.
Puts it up high, hoping for a leap. Tippett, front spot.
There it is.
Oh, that's a big grab in the conditions.
But he hasn't got one so far today, Kurt Tippett. This to give Adelaide the lead, and probably the lead heading into the last quarter. That's what he has ahead of him.
Good goal.
Lovely. Adelaide by a point. Ball tossed in the air to start this final term. Douglas with the important first clearance. Walker.
Front position. He ignores the lead.
He goes for goal. That's a
big
long
hit.
punt. That's a lifter. Get on board.
Outstanding kick from Taylor Walker. Good coaching from Neil Craig. He's put all his aces forward. For pleasure, Taylor Walker, McLeod, centre clearances. They're like gold in these conditions because what it does, it allows you to have a one-on-one. Taylor Walker sees the lead there of Dangerfield. Tippett floating back and says, no, leave it to me. Straight over the goal umpire's hat. What a great start for Adelaide. Fantastic. Beautiful kick. Used the bruise beautifully.
Knock it out was the call. Dangerfield did.
3 Adelaide Crows players here.
Got Thompson to Walker. Oh, he played on. He took a step. Now he's told to get on with it. Sets it up. Kicks it long. That'll do. That will do.
He was a little bit confused what to do because he knew in the third quarter he had that instance where Paul Pleasure was running in. So unfortunately, he thought, I'll go back, but he went off the mark. You see Tippett running towards the goal. He's just gone up his line there. He knew what he wanted to do and thought, well, I just better kick it over the goal umpire's head again. Just simplify it for myself and just get it there. He could be the match winner here for Adelaide, kicking 2 last quarter goals in the first 5 minutes.
More importantly for the Adelaide Crows, they've got players sitting out the back of the stoppage here. Just being manned up now, actually, by the Brisbane Lions.
Well, they've got a chance now, Brisbane, because Stevens is in the ruck, Marich off the ground. They want to leave Tippett at deep forward, so they've got Scotty Stevens versus Leuenberger in the ruck.
Leuenberger down, but to Douglas. Kick smothered. Power. His kick smothered. Dangerfield, can he hit a target? Kicks to full forward. Floats back with the breeze with a touch.
It's hard.
They lead by 3 goals.
Well, nice bit of work, and the cumulative pressure that Adelaide Crows have been putting on the Brisbane Lions have been working extremely hard to get the ball out of defence, but massive numbers. Luke Power just tried to get the ball over the line, and Dangerfield on the right boot. He was genuinely going for the top of the goal square, I think, to hit Walker, but it just drifted back with the breeze, and beautiful goal. Very important one, just stretched the margin out to 18 points now, which is going to be very difficult in the final quarter for the Brisbane Lions to bounce back and reel them in. It tends to take your focus
Sherman's free here.
If it bounces, he's away. It didn't really sit for him. 3 come at him, holding the ball, play on advantage.
Oh, the Dangerfield running to space.
They can close the door here. They can do it with Gunston kicking his first goal in AFL footy. He runs onto it, the debutant. It doesn't get any sweeter than that. Welcome to AFL footy, Jack.
Oh, and Adelaide Crows players are absolutely coming from everywhere to give a pat on the back to young Norman Gunston, and that is a great thrill, and you would suggest that's probably enough to ice the game. 23 points would be hard for the Lions to come back here. Maybe still just half a sniff, but that is a very good goal for the young fella. He worked hard to actually get out into space. He ran back very hard. Just see there, Simon Black wasn't overly happy with that one. A good kick from McLeod.
Puts it inside 50. They could go down by goal here if it's marked. It's not marked, and they go down by 2. Huge win that for Adelaide. Hard to see them winning 10 of their last 14 to make finals, but they could upset some apple carts, and they've tipped Brisbane's apples out at Amy Stadium today. 13-15-93. Brisbane Lions, 11-15-81.